Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cinema Smackdown. My name is Drew Bronson, and I have a big Mean Girls obsession right now. So before anything else, I want to talk about the movie real quick. Alright, so this year we got a new musical version of the classic 2004 film Mean Girls. And in this movie we have Angourie Rice, Aurelia Carvalho, and Renee Rapp starring as some of the iconic characters in the movie. Now, one fun fact I didn't know about Renee Rapp is that she got her start as Regina George on Broadway first, before making it here into the film, which is very interesting, and she's also had some practice. But sticking with the movie, it, in my opinion, blew the original right out of the water. I saw the original Mean Girls some time ago, and I loved it. But man, this one just has so much more energy. It's a lot more colorful. And there's never a moment where I don't enjoy this movie. One of the big things that I was hoping for was Lindsay Lohan, who played Katie Heron in the original movie. Now, I was talking with some people I know, and I was saying, what if Lindsay Lohan were to be Katie Heron's mom in this movie? Now, it would be nice, but it was given to Jenna Fisher, who looks a lot more like Angourie Rice than I thought. It's weird. But no, she was actually the judge. She was the person hosting that Mathletes competition near the end of the movie. And there was a guitar riff playing that, just as the camera zoomed in on Lindsay Lohan, and it was like, that is perfect. And then there were moments during the Mathletes competition where Lindsay Lohan made references to the original film, where Katie Heron was saying some stuff at the podium during the sudden death round, and Lindsay said, "Honey, I don't know your life." And that had me cracking up a little bit, because yes, you do. You were literally in her shoes 2 decades ago. But now, overall, I give Mean Girls a 9 out of 10. Please make sure you go and see it. And it doesn't matter whether you haven't seen it, or you know about it and haven't seen the movie in full, or you're from the original generation when the first movie came out. This movie is so modern to today that it's for everybody. It's for the OG fans, and it's for new fans into the Mean Girls universe. So, just make sure you go and see Mean Girls in theaters now. Look, there's a lot more that I could say about Mean Girls, but there's some other stuff that I want to talk about, especially with what happened this past Tuesday at NXT. This past Tuesday, the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic has kicked off once again, with 2 first-round matches this past Tuesday, the last 2 first-round matches this coming Tuesday, and these past first-round matches already set our first semifinals match in the tournament. One of the matches was the team of Hank and Tank taking on the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazer. Now, Axiom and Nathan Frazer have one of the best stories in NXT recently, having that amazing saga. It was like a best of 3, it was something straight out of a comic book. It was a lot of fun. And they have been getting along really well and formed a great partnership. So they're here in the tournament, and they were actually able to knock off Hank and Tank to move on to the next round. Their opponents, on the other hand, was decided to either be Gallus or the team of Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. Now, this team I wasn't so sure about when they came together, because 1, it was last minute, and 2, these 2 men, once upon a time, were tearing each other to shreds throughout the PC into Shawn Michaels' office, and then once again out in Bakersfield at No Mercy. So, not the best history between those two superstars going into the tournament, but they knocked off Gallus and are moving on to the next round to face Axiom and Nathan Fraser. Now, the last two first round matches this week will be the team of Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, which was the last team added into the tournament this past Tuesday, and they will be taking on the team of Malik Blade and Idris Anolfe. Idris and Malik have been tag teaming for a long time, and it's no secret that Trick and Melo have been like this for years. But they haven't had a lot of tag team contests together. For most of their time in NXT, Trick has always been in the corner of Hayes, but as of late, Trick has been on his own and easily is the fastest rising star. Maybe not just in NXT, but maybe in the entire company of WWE. Because especially when they're out on the road for their pay-per-views, everybody is chanting for Trick. And it just sounds so good. But to get back on track with the tournament, knowing that Trick Williams has the number one contendership to Ilya Dragunov and the NXT Championship, I don't know if I would want them to win the Dusty Cup and face the tag champions. Currently still the D'Angelo family. I think I would have to go with Malik and Idris, just because they have all that tag team experience they've had for years. And their opponents would be decided in the last first round match, which is going to be Chase U being represented by Duke Hudson and breakout star Riley Osborne, who competed in a breakout tournament just recently, ultimately losing to Oba Femi. And they will be taking on Smackdown superstars Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde of the LWO. Which is interesting because hang on. I was thinking if we were to get any main roster tag team in this tournament, I would have loved for it to be DIY, because they were one of the best tag teams in the black and gold era of NXT before they split. But the LWO is just as exciting. I mean, I saw what went down at New Year's Evil. Even rewatching that one bit I was in the bathroom for. The LWO is a very exciting team, and I'm happy they're here for this tournament. But this is almost like the last chance Chase U has to pay off their immense debt. So the question is, can they pull it off? I think Chase U could go the distance all the way to the finals. No disrespect to the LWO. I mean, they're in a phenomenal team. But I think Chase U deserves another shot at potentially getting another opportunity at the tag team titles. So Chase U is one of those teams I would say could go all the way to the finals, but that's not my official predictions. That's just something that I could see happening, but I also got to consider every other team that's in this tournament. So I guess if I were to fantasy book the next semifinal match, I would put Malik and Idris against Chase U. But that's the Tag Team Classic, and one of the major headlines is we have a brand new NXT North American Champion. Now, in the main event this past Tuesday, it was Lexis King facing Dragon Lee, but Dragon Lee was able to retain, and then Oba Femi came out with an official, and he executed his contract for a championship match. And about a minute later, we have a brand new NXT North American Champion in Oba Femi. He literally just won the contract a week ago, and he's been champion for 5 days at this point. Just like that, the whole landscape of NXT just changed. A powerhouse like Oba Femi, like, he's going to have a vice grip on that title for a long time. I cannot wait to see who will step up and get dropped by Oba Femi, because he is on that quick rise to become a top star. And actually, Oba Femi is the first NIL, which means next in line, athlete to win a championship. So, like, all of the other athletes that have been recruited, so far have not won. Like Tank hasn't won a championship yet. Danny Palmer unfortunately hasn't won a title yet. And these are just stars that are, I guess, just getting started. Just like, but Femi has been in NXT for some time, because I remember watching him at Spring Break in last May, and he's been out for for majority of 2023, and he comes back, wins the breakout tournament, and is a champion in almost a blink of an eye. But bottom line is, Femi is the brand new NXT North American champion, and there is no sign of him slowing down. So that's all we have for this week on Cinema Smackdown. Not a whole lot, but I mean, Mean Girls is definitely something y'all should see. Also, quick reminder that in 2 weeks, on January 28th, I will be uploading my first vlog video from my weekend out at the Royal Rumble in Tampa Bay. So make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can see when that video comes out. And also be sure to like and share this video to get the word out about this channel. I do hope to get some more interviews down the line. I don't know when or who. That is just something I'm going to have to work on. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and I will see you all next week.